What's up, YouTube? Second video of the day. I'm just finished recording the what was it? I don't fucking know. Let's see what it was. Social anxiety, how to get overcome social anxiety. So if you haven't watched that video, probably go watch that video. But this is kind of the same ish topic, but there is some new good information in this video for you to reap the benefit from, because I love chasing my fears. Low key, it's so good. You have to chase your fear, because if we avoid it, then you're avoiding a lot of opportunities to make money, to get girls, and all the opportunities to build confidence and build a good life that you deserve. Okay? If we avoid, which I did most of my fucking life, and I do not want you to do that. I want you to go up, go for it, attack it. You're scared, go do it. You're putting too much thought into it, go for it, okay? So basically, I just chase my fears, okay? If something or someone scares me, if I'm scared to go talk to that beautiful girl over there, I go do it. You know why? Because think about it. The only reason I feel fear to go do that thing is because I want to do that, but I'm too scared I won't be able to do that, right? So if I just turn off my brain and go walk up to her and say she's beautiful and go get that Instagram, and I do it scared, I prove to myself what? I prove to myself that the mind is just chatting shit. Okay? I need you to learn that young, okay? So you have to challenge the I can't. Okay? If my mind says I can't go talk to that girl, I do the opposite and go do it. You got to prove yourself wrong. You got to contradict yourself. Okay? That's the only way you're going to get rid of those limiting beliefs. Okay? That's the only way you're going to realize that your mind is just chatting shit, and all those people in the past who said you can't do it are fucking liars, dude. If somebody says I can't do something, I have to prove them wrong. Or I don't have to prove them wrong, because I guess that would be egotistic of me to do, because whatever, you know? Like I low key don't give a fuck if somebody tells me if I can or can't do something, you know? But like obviously it's nice to have somebody tell you you can and stuff like that. But when we were at a very young age, people told us that we can't do that, stop doing that, don't cry, don't do this, don't do that, stop, you can't do that, it's illegal, it's don't do that, you know? It's a lot of I can't, and it's not a lot of you can, you can, you can, you can. And that's where we get a lot of these limiting beliefs, okay? Really, we think we know everything because of our ego. We think we can't make money online. We think we can't, go start a business. We think we can't go tell our parents we don't want to go to college. Literally, I didn't want to go to college. I told my parents I didn't want to go at a very young age. I think middle school. My mom wanted me to go to trade school. She was complaining, complaining, complaining because she wanted me to have a backup plan. But I just can't. There's always going to be a job out there. There's always going to be, college. I could always start college later if I wanted to. There's always something out there for you to use, always a job out there. There's always people out there. There's always, homeless shelters, all that stuff. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to be homeless, but I'm just saying there's always something out there for you to improve your life. It's never the end. If you fail, it's never the end. Okay? I remember back then when I was like in cross country or something, I and I did badly or I did terrible. I would just fucking beat myself up. I'll beat myself up. Why? Why the fuck are we beating ourselves up? Literally, there's this kid in track, and well, I obviously overcame that belief and like talking shit to myself. You need to actually love yourself and take care of yourself. But this year during track practice, there was this kid. I'm just gonna name him, you know, David or some shit, and David We finished the rep, and then he just felt like shit. Like he felt that lactic acid in his legs. And if you ever felt lactic acid, ooh, that shit is bad, especially after sprinting. I know all my track stars out there are fucking, they know what I mean. So we just finished, and then afterwards, I just hear him say like, "I'm such a fucking loser. I can't do this shit. Like, I'm not gonna be anybody in this life." And I'm like, "What the fuck? This is just out of nowhere." But like, I understood him because I knew what it was like to go through some shit like that, you know. And that's basically why I'm here with y'all today, because I'm like, y'all need to see this other POV. Okay, it's not just one thing. You can't, if you have a limiting belief like I can't go talk to that girl, if you had no thoughts, you could go talk to that girl. Because you know why? Your mind isn't telling you, I can't. Turn off your mind, turn off your brain, dumb it down a bit. You can go talk to that girl. You can go do what you want. And the only way I was able to realize that is by chasing my fears. Okay? If you're scared to go do something, that's probably a really fucking good time to go do that thing. Okay? I read in this book, the art of impossible, actually. I remember it talks about a section on, I think, challenging fears or something, something like that or something. It was like when we get scared, like our body goes into fight or flight or something. But basically, I remember this one time we were doing this track meet. It was like a practice track meet at my old school back in Texas. Shout out to Abilene, Texas. I love y'all. I hope y'all are doing good. Shout out to Coach or whatever. I forgot his name, but yeah, I think he got a little big now. That's all besides the point. Low key, he deserves it, man. He lived his life. He did what he could. He's still going. I'm proud of him. But I remember I was so freaking anxious to go do this race, right? But right when the gun like shot, I fucking locked in like tunnel vision. I'm talking about tunnel vision, mad fucking focus the whole way. I just like, it was crazy. And then at the end, I wasn't like, usually I wouldn't have enough energy to like keep on like fucking like making like, all out, keep on making progress, keep on building up. But at the end, I just had so much energy because I wasn't thinking. I just had so much tunnel vision. Just boom, right? So every time we get anxious, our body actually produces dopamine, right? We do something scary, it produces dopamine, and then all that dopamine is just like staying in our brain. Imagine that, right? Just like a shit ton of dopamine just scattered around your brain. What is this gonna do, right? What does dopamine do? It motivates you. Okay. That's why when you watch a lot of like porn and stuff like that, like it you're more likely to like drive to go do that because it produces a lot of dopamine. Eat junk food, all that bad stuff. All right, I'm talking about actual real dopamine right here, and that's how you do it, by chasing your fucking fears. Okay, you need to chase your fears, because after you chase your fears, you produce dopamine in your body. You feel good afterwards. For one, you would have more focus and more energy and more motivation to go make more progress, right? It's basically your mind rewarding you for doing something scary. You fucking overcame death. Overcame death, basically. Because imagine back in the primal days where our great ancestors were, and we had to fight fucking tigers and all that shit. And then we had fight or flight, and if we fought and we killed that fucking tiger, like we would feel anxious. Like we would have to fucking lock in, right? Because if we're fighting something, we feel like we would get anxious, obviously. But if we're fighting something, we would have to have that extra focus, that extra lock in, right? And that's basically what you're doing to yourself. You're basically overriding your system to give you more motivation, more dopamine to fucking go do that shit that you want. And then afterwards, you're gonna have like hella fucking focus, hella tunnel vision, and you can do that shit and put that shit in your work. And then you can even build even more confidence from that. Like that shit is just like fucking crazy, and that is so fucking powerful right there. You know, so beautiful, all that good shit. But sorry, I just had a fucking brain fart or whatever. But basically, after you like get over that scary moment, I remember I used to be scared to talk to girls, so I would go walk up. I would do it scared. Like that's what you got to do. You got to do it scared, and then afterwards you feel good, you feel confident. I would walk up, I would get rejected. Okay, it's okay. She didn't want me. What what's the next step? Move on to the next girl. I would cold approach at least like once a day or try to once a day. Now I can just talk to anybody because like I'm just a social chat like that, low key. I want you to get to where I am and be able to talk to anybody and not overthink about talking to somebody, okay? People are generally interesting. You just got to get to know them, okay? I should probably make a video about that. People are interesting. I should write that shit down. I'm gonna write that down. I'll edit this out. Trust. Okay. So, people are actually fucking interesting, but you don't know about it because you're too scared to go talk to them. Think about that shit. How much more opportunities would you have if you actually weren't so scared to go do something? The only reason you're scared is because you want to do it, but you are overthinking it. You're telling yourself you can't because your entire life you're told you can't, you can't, you can't. But I'm telling you, you fucking can. And I need you to realize that every time you're scared to go do something, that's the perfect time to go put action into it. I'm scared to go talk to this girl. I go walk up and go talk to her right then and there. You're putting too much thought into it. You're overthinking. You need to get out your head. The only reason you feel bad, you feel anxious, you feel anxiety, you feel fear is because you're thinking about too much. You're not putting too much thought into you're putting too much thought into something that needs to be taken action in. Okay, I don't want you to be sitting there over in the corner and be like, oh, that there's a pretty girl right there, she's walking my way, what should I say? No, just go up and tell her she's pretty. It's that simple. You're thinking too much. You're like a fucking scientist who doesn't know how to fucking like do shit. Like we overthink too much. We're too intelligent for our own good being. I want you to dumb it down. Okay? You can. And the more you go like do that stuff, the more you can actually you can prove to yourself, you build confidence from it. Like trust, you make progress, you the more you can do. The first time I talked to a girl, I was fucking stuttering, bro. It's so bad. But the more I did it, the more I can do. Now I can give fucking compliments. I can tell her she's pretty. I can tell her I like her hair. I can tell her I like her shirt. Where'd she get it? And then like make her feel good about herself. And then what does that do? That makes me the attractive guy. They chase me. You know why? Because I chase my fears. Ooh. I chase my fears, like that's such a beautiful thing. And then eventually you get so good at it, you just stop thinking. It just becomes second nature. You just look at her, you're like, oh, she's pretty. Hi, you're pretty. What's your name? Let me get that Instagram. Okay. It's that simple. You're overthinking it, man. And then you it's not just about getting girls either. You can do this in all areas of life. If you're scared to go, talk to your boss about getting a raise, or you're scared because like you think you deserve a raise. You deserve a raise. Sometimes we think we deserve something, but we don't actually deserve it. Okay? Is our ego gets in the way. But I'm saying, if you genuinely believe, if you know you're putting in your hard work, you're doing all the good stuff, and you're making things happen, and then some, yes, you deserve a raise, and you should go talk to your boss, go get that fucking raise, man. And I want you to have the confidence to go actually do it, okay? And basically, at the end of the day, if you get out your head, realize that your mind is just chatting shit. It's just a lie. You can actually put what you want into your mind, okay? If you just clear your head, you have a blank canvas. You can create the life you want, and that's how you manifest the life you desire. And by doing so, you can start living a fulfilling life, okay? Because your mind and body are aligned. Think about how fucking beautiful would it be if your mind and body were aligned. You probably weren't thinking about shit, right? It just comes out. You hit the flow. Your fucking peak human experience right there. Flow state is peak human experience. And I want you to experience that. But you can't do that if you're fucking always on TikTok or some shit, doom scrolling, wasting your potential each time you scroll. Consuming, consuming. You're not creating. How are you going to get something if you don't provide value? If you don't provide value, you don't create something for others, you can't provide a service, you won't get paid. And then you're going to be stuck working a 9 to 5 dead end job because you're too scared. I was scared to make this YouTube channel. I was scared to fucking be on here talking to everybody, like whatever. I'm just talking on here like it's just you and me right now. It's just us two right now. I don't physically see you. You just see me on the screen right now. But you can feel like you're being seen, right? Or I try to hope to make you feel seen. But like, I was so scared to make this YouTube channel, but here I am doing it. And I fucking love it. The only reason it could also help you find your purpose in life too. That's that's something I'd even write down. Like, this is just from reading. I read this book called Mastery. It's actually by Robert Greene. It's actually over here on I have like a little library thing right there. I'm not gonna grab it right now. But in the book, basically the only reason we're scared is because we want to do something, but we tell ourselves we can't. I was scared to make the YouTube video, and that's why we have to chase our fears. That's why I chase my fears, is because I was scared to make the YouTube videos. I was scared to do this. I was scared to do that. But the only reason we're scared is because we don't think we can. And I'm actually living a more fulfilling life. And the more fulfilling life you live, the more you're out of your head, the less shit your mind is telling you, the more present you can be with your family and friends. And the more attractive you become because you're living the best life possible, right? And that's so beautiful. And I want you to live the best life possible for yourself. If you want that girl, go get her. Don't let that opportunity pass. Don't say, I'll get her tomorrow, I'll get her next day. No. Today, right now, is the best time. Okay? It's never too late to be the person you thought you could be. Okay? I don't want you to be stuck doing something you hate your entire life. Do what you want. I do what I want, and that's why I live such a fulfilling life. Because I'm not scared anymore to do what I want. I'm fucking meditating in class. I meditated for I think 15 minutes in class today. You know what people told me? They didn't say shit. You know why? Because they get their own stuff to worry about. We're overthinking about so much shit. You can talk to anybody. You can do what you want to do. You can have the job you want to have. Just put action into it. You're thinking too much. And if you go the wrong way, think of it this way. If you had a two-way street, left or right, you didn't know where to go. What's the best thing you should do? Obviously, we don't have map or Google Maps, so don't be a smart ass. Not just like but yes, if you should go the right way or left, just take a path. And guess what? If it's the wrong path, make a U-turn and go the other way. Is it that hard? You're sitting around thinking too much and it's not getting you anywhere. You're avoiding. You're avoiding, you're avoiding, avoiding, avoiding. You need to fucking go and not look back. Just go, go, go. Action, 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 action. And after you overcome it, you gain a little bit of confidence. You make a little bit more progress. The more progress you make, the more confidence, the more you can do. You can spread that confidence in other areas of your life. And yes, I do believe that you can do it. And you will live a very fulfilling life if you do so. You just have to overcome that fear. Okay? That's all for this video. I love y'all. I really hope y'all felt the message and it stuck to you because I really want this to help y'all. I'm finna go for a run because I just filmed 2 videos. I feel like a fucking Chad. I think I spent like an hour in total making these 2 videos. Oh, 2 fucking cuts. I feel fucking amazing. I'm finna go run. I'm finna go hit a flow state. Feel like a Chad afterwards. Post it on my Instagram or some shit. Hashtag go follow me at ZachNTorres, no space. And also go follow me on it TikTok. I think it's ZNT underscore tribal. You should see me on my or some shit like that because I'm fucking hilarious and I'm a Chad and I don't give a fuck and I post whatever I want. But I also post unique content on TikTok and unique content on Instagram. So if you want to go see what's up on there, let me know. I'm gonna start making courses. If y'all want to join that community, let me know. I'm just getting a group of guys or girls, whatever you want. It could be one or the other. But I'm gonna drop a manifesting course within, let's say, 2 weeks. It's gonna be like 30-40 bucks. And then after that, I'm thinking about making a course on how to get girls. The art of seduction. That's what it's going to be called. The art of seduction. So if y'all want to stay tuned for that and wait for it to drop, yes, it's going to cost money. Boo hoo. Go get a job. Go get some money. Go ask your parents for some money. You know, if you want some actually good, high quality content, you can't just get it for free. If everybody has it, then it's not worth any value, right? I got that good, high quality content. I'm just giving y'all little snippets of it. I'm giving y'all good content, but there's a higher level to it. And that's where you get it from the paid course. Because if you had a free gym membership, the gym is probably shitty. But I'll probably make a video about that and probably have that in the community. I'm not going to explain all that shit right now. But yes, like and subscribe, share, um, go follow me on my socials if you want to. You don't have to. But have an amazing day. If y'all need any advice on anything, give me your problems. I want to fix them. I want to help y'all because I do genuinely love y'all and I care about y'all. And I want y'all to be seen and feel heard. I want y'all to actually get value out of watching my content and not just some entertainment. Okay, I don't even know if this is entertaining, but I really hope it is. And then eventually I'll level up, level up, level up, and I'll be get so fucking good. And yes, just make progress. Go put action today. I love y'all. Y'all guys be safe. Bye.